Have you ever wondered if something you're eating before bed could be silently training your health? After the age of 65, your body has the ability to control certain dietary changes. And some of the late-night comas and binges we indulge in could be putting us at risk. Thousands of people die each year from eating the wrong foods just hours before bed. It's surprising, but it's true. What you eat before bed can have a direct impact on your heart, your blood pressure, and your overall health, all while you're fully conscious. This video is about revealing 8 comas that people shouldn't eat before bed. These comas, including one that recently caused a 78-year-old to pass out in his sleep, are silently sabotaging your health every night. The best part? These life-threatening risks are completely preventable when you know what to avoid. By the end of this video, you will understand the real connection between your sleeping habits and life-threatening events like heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. We will look at each of the comas that you need to stretch out, why they are so important, and, most importantly, what simple and quick things you can do to protect yourself. The information you are about to hear could save your life. So don't let another night go by without knowing what is happening to your body while you sleep. Stay with me for the next few minutes. You won't see it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification button so you don't miss out on videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the good news by liking and sharing. If you liked the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you didn't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's get started. Step 1. Soda fountains and a soda fountain. Could that immobile patch of soda you live in every night be putting your life in jeopardy? I know it's hard to believe, but that cozy glow of soda on your cracker could be more dangerous than you realize. Many of us reach for that familiar glow without a second thought. After all, it's just a glow, right? But what if I told you that your beloved soda fountain could be putting you in a middle-of-the-night emergency? The reality is far more dire than we might want to admit. Experts from the American Heart Association have been warned against consuming soda, especially late at night. It can cause fluid retention and strain your blood pressure while you sleep. Dr. Richard Stein, a heart specialist, explains that the combination of soda fountains and processed soda fountains has created a perfect fit for your body. It's a situation where your health is slowly being compromised while you're in the one place you should feel the safest, your hair. At night, when the body's natural blood regulation isn't working in your chest, these compounds can have catastrophic results. I'll never forget hearing about Elizabeth, a 67-year-old retired professor from Oregon. Imagine her surprise when, for weeks, she suffered from severe breathing difficulties at night, gasping for air at 2 a.m. Like many of us, Elizabeth had no idea that her snow cone and cracker ritual was supposed to be a nightmare. She felt similarly, as if something sinister was happening in her body. Her doctors were on the lookout, searching for answers. But when they discovered the cause of the rash, the soda-induced rash that had built up on her face, everything changed. After just 2 weeks of eliminating that crazy nighttime feeling, Elizabeth's health changed dramatically. Her blood pressure levels returned to normal, and those midday starbursts disappeared completely. Can you imagine the relief she must have felt? The truth is, one piece of junk food is not enough to jeopardize your health, your entire life. Do you want to jeopardize everything you've worked so hard for just for a momentary snack? It's time to rethink your choices. Instead of going to that junk food, choose a healthier alternative. How about a small handful of lunch or a single piece of fresh ham and mozzarella? Your heart will thank you tomorrow when you wake up feeling better, breathing easier, and knowing you made a life-saving choice. Your health is priceless. What's your life like? It's definitely more important than this piece of junk food. Food 2. High sugar cereals and dessert. That bag of sugar or cookie you ate before bed can be taking a toll on your body in ways you may not realize. Every night, many of us worry about our health by gorging on these snacks, not realizing the dangerous effects they have on our sleep. Imagine that. When you're dreaming, your body is experiencing blood fluctuations that can be as dangerous as they are unpredictable. It's terrifying to think about, but research from the Mayo Clinic reveals a hard truth. Blood pressure before bedtime causes dramatic blood pressure spikes and changes that can cause heart palpitations and even put you at risk for stroke, especially for those over 65. Dr. Varun Summers, a respected leader in research at the Mayo Clinic, says that men are most vulnerable to cardiac events during the night. This time of day is when your body is at its most dangerous, and the last thing it needs is a bloody hole because it puts even more stress on your body. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? Imagine adding that stress to an already fragile heart. That's exactly what happened to Raymond, a 71-year-old Florida man. 4 years ago, he wanted his rhythmic, bloody hole before bedtime. What he didn't know was that living in the innocent bed was putting him at serious risk. Dr. Raymond was the one who discovered the truth. His blood sugar was low starting at 3 a.m. each night, creating stresses that could lead to a heart attack. The date of the continuous glucose monitor he received was truly an eye-opener. His blood sugar would rise to diabetic levels within an hour of a blood test, only to then drop to critical levels during his sleep, a cycle that was silently playing out his life. I had no idea I was putting myself at risk for heart disease by drinking, which Raymond admitted, his voice cool with emotion after his cardiologist gave up. His story is a reminder of how something as simple as a blood test can put your heart and life in jeopardy. So why take the chance? Why risk your health for a bloodbath when it could cost you everything? Instead of putting yourself in harm's way, why not try a little juice? This simple, healthful juice provides a steady energy boost without causing those glycemic and lightning strikes. I'm proud of you. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you suffer the same consequences as Raymond. Bake your own. Is that what the cookie costs your health? I know my answer. It doesn't cost anything. Your life is too precious to put on the line for a cold moment. Football 3. Processed means. This is what could be in your cold right now. Silence and death. Processed foods such as bacon, salami, and cars, even similar ones, are directly linked to nighttime attacks on gentlemen. But millions of people, often without thinking twice, consume them regularly, especially before going to bed. How many times have you found that similar food without knowing just how dangerous it can be? It's a reality that it's hard to do. But if we truly care about our health and the health of those we love, we need to. Renowned cardiologists at Johns Hopkins Medicine have heard the alarm, pointing to processed foods as a major culprit behind these nighttime attacks. Sodium, nitrates, and preservatives combine to form a deadly concoction, one that takes its toll on our cardiovascular system. Especially when we sleep, when our bodies are meant to be in a state of rest and repair. This deadly combination sets the stage for an attack when our body's defenders are at their most dangerous, making nighttime the most dangerous time to indulge in these foods. If that could be the same thing in your refrigerator right now, quietly spreading to cause irreversible harm? If you are still watching this video and finding these rules helpful, please leave a comment below to let me know that you are still watching. Dr. Michael Miller, a former expert and director of the Center for Preventive Cardiology at the University of Maryland Medical Center, has been explaining the dangers of these processed rules. He explains that the nitrates found in these foods convert to nitrosamines in the body, compounds that cause an incredible amount of stress and inflammation in the heart and kidneys. These substances cause a burst of oxidative stress that kicks in while we sleep, and that is when heart attacks often strike. It is the kind of danger that you cannot see or feel until it is too late. Take, for example, Thomas, a man who thought he was just enjoying a little indulgence. He was 78 years old, full in his eyes, and regularly tossed a salami while watching the evening news. His family never gave it a second thought. But after his heart attack tragedy, autopsy revealed what no one had ever imagined: high nitrate levels from his processed meat consumption. The medical examiner confirmed that his beloved evening salami was the primary trigger of his fatal heart attack. How much would Thomas have given to know this simple but life-saving piece of information before it was too late? This isn't just some distant, abstract risk. It could be you. It could be any of us unknowingly walking right into the very danger that we've been warned about. If you, like so many others, enjoy a late-night snack, I urge you to make a change tonight. Instead of processed meats which can quietly do irreparable damage, opt for a small, healthy portion of plain, unseasoned baked chicken or a hard-boiled egg. These simple, straightforward foods will still give you the protein you crave, but with none of the dangerous side effects. Small switch like this could truly be a lifesaver, not just for tonight, but for many more nights too. Why gamble with your health when the stakes are this high? There's no reason to take the risk. Clear out those processed meats from your fridge right now before they take the chance to take you. The truth is, we're not invincible. Our hearts deserve better, and so do we. Make the change today for you, for your family, and for your future. Food for spicy foods. Do you love spicy foods, the kind that set your taste buds on fire and leave you craving more? While those fiery bites may seem like a thrill at the time, they could be silently putting your health in jeopardy, especially at night. The truth is, the science behind spicy foods and their effects on your body could lead to something much worse than just a burn in your mouth. The consequences are far more dangerous, particularly if you're enjoying them before bed. That favorite hot sauce of yours might be setting the stage for a terrifying health emergency in the dead of night. Recent studies have shown that consuming spicy foods late in the day, particularly right before lying down, can trigger severe acid reflux, which can feel eerily similar to a heart attack. Imagine waking up suddenly, gasping for air, your chest tight, and the crushing pain of a heart attack gripping you. For some, this can even lead to real heart problems. Experts, including gastroenterologists from the National Institute of Aging, have documented how spicy foods cause a painful and potentially dangerous surge in acid reflux, which can cause symptoms that mimic a heart attack. And in some tragic cases, it has even been linked to actual cardiac events due to the stimulation of the vagus nerve. It's terrifying, isn't it? Dr. Anil Rusky, a respected expert and the chief of gastroenterology at Columbia University, cautions that the inflammatory response triggered by spicy foods creates a chain reaction in the body. This stress builds up and peaks while we're sleeping, especially when we're lying down in a recumbent position. During sleep, the body is already vulnerable, and this creates the perfect storm for both acid reflux and unnecessary strain on the heart. It's the kind of situation where you should be peacefully resting, but instead, you could be setting yourself up for a nighttime nightmare. I can't help but feel for people like Patricia, a 68-year-old woman from Arizona, who experienced a frightening and life-changing health scare. She was woken from her sleep at 2 a.m. with severe chest pain and an inability to breathe. She thought she was having a heart attack, and in a panic, her husband dialed 911. But as terrifying as it was, the cause was severe acid reflux, not a heart attack. Still, Patricia's doctor warned her that such intense inflammation could one day trigger an actual heart problem, placing an even heavier strain on her already vulnerable heart. I never connected my love of spicy food with my nighttime health scares until my doctor explained the relationship, Patricia says, reflecting on the shocking reality that she never saw coming. It's a heartbreaking reminder of how something as innocent as our food choices can unknowingly sabotage our well-being, especially when we don't understand the risks. If you've ever experienced anything like Patricia or simply want to avoid such a terrifying situation, it's time to take control. Switch to milder, non-irritating foods, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. Give yours body the best chance for peaceful rest. If you're someone who can't live without flavor, there are better alternatives. Herbs like basil or oregano can add a wonderful depth to your meals without the risks of spicy ingredients. Do yourself a favor and make this change immediately. Ask yourself, is that spicy dish truly worth the risk of spending hours in the emergency room? Or worse, facing the possibility of never waking up again? Taking care of yourself is not just about doing the right choices for the moment. It's about protecting your health for the long haul. It's time to prioritize your well-being and make choices that support a healthy, safe life. Don't wait for the wake-up call to arrive in the form of a midnight emergency. Your heart and your life are worth more than that extra dash of heat. 5. Alcoholic food. Beverages. That seemingly harmless nightcap you indulge in could be unknowingly defining you. Up for a perilous night filled with intermittent breathing and immense strain on your heart. Have you ever paused to ask yourself if this small, everyday ritual is worth the risk? The truth is, every evening you indulge in that drink, you might be gambling with your health in ways you can't even imagine. Sleep specialists at the Stanford Sleep Medicine Center have uncovered a disturbing fact. Alcohol before bedtime can cause a drastic reduction in oxygen saturation by up to 15% during the crucial deep sleep stages in seniors. This forced decrease in oxygen means your heart is working harder, fighting to keep you alive, all while the risk of stroke steadily rises. Dr. Raphael Pilo, a clinical professor at the Stanford Sleep Medicine Center, offers a chilling explanation. He points out that alcohol causes the throat muscles to relax more than they should during sleep, leading to partial airway collapse and a severe drop in oxygen levels, especially dangerous for older adults. In simple terms, every night that you drink, your heart is struggling and you're unknowingly putting it through an exhausting battle. Howard, a 73-year-old retired accountant, shares his eye-opening experience. He used to enjoy 2 glasses of wine every evening, considering it a simple, harmless way to unwind. But when he underwent a sleep study, he was shocked to discover that his sleep apnea worsened threefold on nights he drank alcohol. The sleep study results shocked me, Howard admits. My oxygen levels dropped to dangerously low levels dozens of times every hour after having alcohol before bed. It was terrifying to realize how much damage I was doing to my body without even knowing it. His cardiologist delivered a stern warning: "You're gambling with your life every night." I had no idea my evening ritual was putting such strain on my heart, Howard reflects, clearly still shaken by the gravity of his realization. It's heartbreaking to think that so many of us are unknowingly sabotaging our health, believing our harmless habits are just part of the evening routine. But it doesn't have to be this way. Consider making a change that could drastically improve your well-being tonight. Instead of that glass of wine, why not opt for something far more gentle and healing, like tart, cherry juice, or chamomile tea? Both of these natural alternatives have been proven to promote deep, restful sleep without putting your heart under strain. We all deserve this protection. Bodies deserve this kindness. Why risk not waking up tomorrow for the sake of that fleeting moment of pleasure tonight? When you pause to truly reflect, ask yourself, is that glass of wine worth sacrificing your health? Is it worth the toll it's taking on your heart and your life? Food 6. Caffeinated foods and beverages. Have you ever wondered if that indulgent piece of chocolate or comforting cup of coffee after dinner could be silently causing havoc on your heart long after you've gone to sleep? It may seem harmless, but the truth is, those evening treats might be doing more damage than you realize. They could still be affecting your cardiovascular health at 3 a.m. long after you've drifted off. The consequences of this are much more serious than many people think. Research from the renowned Harvard Medical School Sleep Laboratory shows that consuming caffeine, even as far as 6 hours before bedtime, can lead to higher blood pressure and irregular heart rate while you sleep. For older adults, this could set the stage for potentially life-threatening cardiac events, making something as innocent as a late-night snack far more dangerous than we've been led to believe. Dr. Charles Chisler, the chief of sleep medicine at Brigham and Women's Hospital, warns that caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours. This means that even after you think your evening cup of coffee has worn off, 50% of that caffeine is still active in your bloodstream, causing a significant impact on your heart's function during the most vulnerable hours of your night. Imagine the silent toll this is taking on your body while you're completely unaware, lying in the comfort of your bed. Meredith, a 70-year-old woman from Washington, had been dealing with restless nights and unexplained heart palpitations for some time before she realized the cause. "I would wake up with my heart racing at 2 a.m. almost every night," she says, her voice reflecting the frustration and fear that once consumed her. "I never connected it to the chocolate I enjoyed after dinner." The shock of discovering that something as simple as a piece of dark chocolate was disrupting her heart's rhythm was eye-opening. But after eliminating this seemingly harmless habit, she found relief within just a week. Her heart returned to a normal rhythm and the constant anxiety she felt before bed melted away. "I had no idea something so small could impact my heart so dramatically," she admits, reflecting on how such a minor change had such a profound effect. The truth is, we often overlook the Powerful, lasting effects of our daily choices. Could that delicious chocolate bar or that late night coffee be worth risking a potential cardiac emergency in the middle of the night? I don't think so. The good news is that a simple change, like switching to naturally caffeine-free herbal teas or enjoying a small banana, which contains natural compounds to promote healthy sleep, can make all the difference. It's easy, it's effective, and it could prevent an unexpected midnight crisis that no one wants to face. Don't wait until it's too late. Make that small, yet incredibly impactful change tonight. Your heart will thank you. Food 7. High-fat fried foods. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you're still here with me. Those crispy, golden fried delights you love to indulge in at night. They may seem harmless, even comforting, but they're secretly putting your heart under immense strain while you sleep. It's like a ticking time bomb inside your chest. Silent, sneaky, but deadly. What you choose to eat for dinner could be the very thing that puts you at risk for a midnight disaster. According to groundbreaking research from the Cleveland Clinic, eating fried foods before bed can increase inflammatory markers by up to a staggering 25% during the night. This surge in inflammation creates the perfect storm for plaque rupture and heart attacks while you're blissfully unaware in the deep sleep you so desperately crave. Dr. Stephen Neeson, the leading expert and chairman of cardiovascular medicine at the Cleveland Clinic, sheds light on this shocking truth. He explains that when you consume fried foods, your body experiences arises from lipids that trigger an inflammatory response. Unfortunately, this response peaks during the NIGT exactly when your body's natural anti-inflammatory defenses are at their lowest. It's as if your body is defenseless, leaving you vulnerable to something as catastrophic as a heart attack. Can you imagine? Take, for example, Gregory, a seemingly healthy 69-year-old man from Texas. After enjoying a plate of fried chicken for dinner, he went to bed like any other night. He had no history of heart problems. But by midnight, his heart stopped, and he found himself fighting for his life. I never thought something as simple as dinner could cause this, he says. The doctors confirmed that the fried food he had consumed triggered the event. It happened during his deepest, most vulnerable phase of sleep. That's the terrifying reality we all face when we make poor choices about what we eat, without realizing the toll it takes on our bodies. Gregory's cardiologist told him just how fortunate he was to have survived an event that claims many lives, particularly among older adults. He looks back now, shaken but wiser, and says, "Now I know that what I eat for dinner could kill me while I sleep." It's a stark, sobering truth we can't afford to ignore. So, tonight, make a different choice. Instead of indulging in greasy fried foods, opt for something baked or steamed. If you crave something crispy, there are healthier alternatives, like air-popped popcorn with just a pinch of salt. You owe it to your body, to your loved ones, to protect your heart and your future. Is that momentary pleasure from fried chicken worth the possibility of never seeing your grandchildren again? You have the power to choose. Make the smarter, safer choice tonight. The stakes couldn't be higher. Food 8. High sodium. Packaged snacks. Imagine this. You're enjoying a quiet evening at home, settling into bed with a convenient snack like chips or crackers, thinking it's just a harmless treat before drifting off to sleep. But here's the gut-wrenching truth. Those seemingly innocent packaged snacks in your pantry could be setting you up for a potentially life-threatening health crisis as you sleep. Yes, every single bite of those quick and easy snacks could be putting your health at risk, especially if consumed close to bedtime. It's a harsh reality that many of us may not even consider. The very snacks we reach for out of convenience may be silently threatening our well-being. Research from the esteemed American College of Cardiology has revealed something incredibly unsettling. Consuming high-sodium snacks within just 3 hours of bedtime can cause your nighttime blood pressure to soar by up to 15 points. That's right, a 15-point spike that puts seniors, like you or your loved ones, in grave danger. significantly raising the risk of stroke while you sleep. How terrifying is that? You could be lying in bed unaware, while your body is fighting against the odds in the most vulnerable hours of the night. Dr. Wilbert Arono, a respected geriatric cardiologist and professor of medicine, has shed light on an alarming fact. Our blood pressure regulation is already most fragile during the nighttime hours. When you add a heavy load of sodium before bed, it's like flipping a switch that dramatically amplifies the chances of suffering a stroke or heart attack while you sleep. We tend to think of sleep as our time to recharge, to rest, but for seniors, it could also be when our bodies are most at risk. Take Deborah, a 75-year-old woman from Illinois, who had no idea that her nightly habit of enjoying a few crackers before bed could be doing so much harm. She thought it was a harmless, comforting routine. That is, until her blood pressure monitoring revealed terrifying spikes in the early hours of the morning, surges that were putting her at risk of a stroke while she slept. My doctor was alarmed when he saw the readings. Deborah recalls with a sense of disbelief. My blood pressure would rise to stroke levels between 2 and 4 a.m. It was terrifying. It wasn't until Deborah stopped this simple but risky habit that she saw a complete turnaround. Within just days of eliminating those high-sodium snacks, her blood pressure stabilized and the danger passed. She had no idea that a simple, seemingly innocent snack was jeopardizing her life every single night. This revelation didn't just shock her, it changed her life, and it could change yours too. If you're someone who relies on those crunchy, packaged snacks as part of your nighttime routine, it's time to pause and rethink. There are better alternatives that could save your life. Swap those high-sodium treats for something healthier, like fresh cucumber slices or unsalted, air-popped popcorn. These simple, natural foods will give you the satisfying crunch you crave without the health risks. It's a small change, but one that could make all the difference. A change that could prevent a stroke and ensure you wake up to another day of health, vitality, and peace of mind. Yes. Yourself, is the convenience of that packaged snack worth risking a stroke in your sleep? Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now. Make that change today and protect yourself from a potential disaster while you sleep. Your health is priceless and it's worth every effort to safeguard it. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've gained valuable insight into just how simple lifestyle changes like avoiding high-sodium snacks before bed can make a world of difference in your health. What have you learned from today's discussion? How are you planning to apply this newfound knowledge to protect yourself or your loved ones? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today that you are invited to put into practice. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more health tips and life advice. Take care, stay safe, and let's continue making healthy choices together.